So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again, literally an hour before I go live for the watch along on the other channel. Make sure you go and check that out. 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock UK time, the Arsenal watch along. I'm currently watching Real Sociedad 2-0 up against Benfica after 20 minutes, and they have had 2 goals disallowed as well. Since when did Benfica get so bad at defending? Sociedad are all over them. This is going to be a cricket score. So, yeah, here we go. They're in again. Hey, what a flipping goal that was. What a goal. Oh, my days. 3-0. 2 goals disallowed. 20 minutes, 30 seconds gone. This is insane. Get that game on. Yeah, that game's insane. Anyway, I digress. Smash the like button. Make sure you are subbing to this channel as well. A big up to everybody who has. I'm literally 75 subs away from 21k. And I will have a Europa League watch along tomorrow. Not sure which game to do yet, but I will have a Europa League game on here. Make sure you get your comments and super chats in down below as well. But let's start with John Terry. James Maddison. According to TalkSport, they were embroiled in a feisty war of words on social media. Feisty war of words. Good one. TalkSport, sort it out, mate. Basically, John Terry posted a picture of him and his bird, very nice too, on a bar, literally on the bar, after they won 4-1 against Tottenham on Monday night. And he wrote, when Chelsea beat Spurs 4-1 on a school night and the tequila comes out and you end up dancing and singing on the bar, obviously then the picture. Maddison embroiled in a war of words, a feisty war of words. Okay, Maddison replies, Jesus, you have your eyes closed, yeah, when it was 11 versus 11, first 15, JT. To which Terry's feisty reply, Madders, don't worry, mate, you'll get used to it. I actually find that quite funny. You get used to it, mate. What, you play well and then get pammed? Welcome to 3-point lane. Hardly feisty, though, is it? They love over-sensationalizing these mainstream media types, don't they? Like, it says here as well, Chelsea legend John Terry's brutal 9-word reply after Tottenham star Maddison bits back at smug Instagram post. I turn it in. Like, honestly, they have really sensationalized absolutely nothing. Nothing to see here. Move it along. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, guys. But anyway, I do find that quite funny, if I'm being honest. The fact that John Terry's basically said, yeah, cool, you can play well, mate. You got pammed. Yeah, get used to it. It's the history of the Tottenham. But anyway, let me know. Maybe I should start clickbaiting my titles like that. Maybe I should do that. It seems to work for everyone else, so maybe I should have a go. But anyway, let's move on to my manager, Don Diego Simeone. The Argentine George Graham, apparently parked the bus. Negative football. Apparently, you know, top gooners don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. Other fans don't want him anywhere near their clubs. Not quite sure what they're watching, but they definitely ain't watching Atleti. I'll tell you that for nothing. Yeah, Atleti are top goal scorers in the Champions League, level with Man City. And they're also second top goal scorers in La Liga, 3 goals behind Girona, who sit top. And they have a game in hand, which is against Sevilla, which got called off for the bad weather a few weeks ago. But I don't understand where this notion that he plays negative football. I think what's happened in modern day football is a lot of people have got it in their head that if you can actually defend properly, it's seen as negative football, when the reality is quite the opposite. Yeah, this season, let me read out his results this season. Right, this season, they lost at the weekend to Las Palmas of all teams. They obviously won 6-0 last night. It could have been 16. We're on the Heinekens. Obviously, it is Champions League night. Would only be right, wouldn't it? Cheers, guys. But anyway, they beat Alaves 2-1. I actually watched that game, and that scoreline flat as Alaves. They just didn't finish their chances in that game. They drew with Celtic 2-2 a couple of weeks ago. They won 3-0 away to Celta Vigo. They beat Real Sociedad, who are absolutely smashing up Benfica tonight. They beat them 2-1. They won 3-2 against Feyenoord, 3-2 against Cadiz, won 2-0 against Osasuna, slapped up Real Madrid 3-1, drew with Lazio, lost to Valencia Smashed up Rayo Vallecano 7-0 away. And just to put that into perspective, by the way, Rayo Vallecano drew at the Bernabeu at the weekend 0-0. Before that, it was pre-season, so that's irrelevant. But anyway, my point is, no, actually it weren't. No, that was a cup game. They won 2-0 in the cup game. Real Betis, they drew 0-0, and they slapped up Granada 3-1. They drew with Sevilla at the start of the season. They drew with Sociedad at the start of the season. But the point stands. Yeah, this guy plays very good football, and anyone who watches that league would know that. If you go to this season, they conceded 11 goals, which is 1 less than Barca, 3 more than Madrid, and 4 less than Girona, who sit top. They've scored more goals than Real Madrid and Barcelona. Apparently, they play negative football, innit? Yeah, apparently it's negative football. Well, let's go back to last season. They finished 3rd in the league, literally 11 off the top, 1 off of Real Madrid. They scored the exact same amount of goals as the league winners. Negative football, innit? Negative football. I'm sick to death of people not watching a league, saying that a manager or a team in that league play negative football when they don't watch them. I'm sick and tired of these football fans making out they watch these teams and players week in, week out. Like Mudryk, for example. Nobody watches Ukrainian football. What are you waffling for? But everyone knows who he is. Oh, he's a great player. He's this, he's that. He's fantastic. Get him to Arsenal. Get him to Chelsea. Hey, we've got Mudryk. That's a pen. Yeah, penalty to Real Sociedad. This game's crazy. Otamendi has just absolutely wiped out Orizabal. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. Nice little nice little flick, and Otamendi wipes him out. This is going to be 4-0 inside 27 minutes in a minute. 2 goals disallowed. But anyway, my point is, if you don't watch a league, just say you don't watch a league. When people ask me in my comments on live streams, "Oh, Lee, what do you think about this player?" Don't watch the league, mate. What is this obsession and fantasy dream world of making out you watch every player in every league so I can look like the toppest of top football fans? You're not. You just make yourself look a div. Because ultimately, when that player or that manager falls flat on his face, you're going to look stupid, aren't you? Oh, De Zerbi. Told everyone, De Zerbi ain't it, mate. Yeah, and this is why he was winning games. Yeah, the guy is not it. He's not a very good manager, hence the clubs he's managed. It's as simple as that. If De Zerbi was any good, he wouldn't be at Brighton. He would have got snapped up from Sassuolo or Sassuolo, however you say their name, and he would have been at a big club, wouldn't he? Let's be real with it. Yeah, Brighton ain't a big club. So I'm sick to death of it. People don't watch Atleti. Yeah, I watch them every week. The only game I've missed this season is the Las Palmas game that they lost at the weekend. Other than that, I watch them every week. And for anyone who sits there and watches Mikel Arteta or Ten Hag or any other manager playing stinky football, he's at the post. Oh, wow, he missed. He hit the post. I thought he was in. But anyone who sits and watches Mikel Arteta football this season and watches Ten Hag ball, that sits there and says they don't want Simeone at their football club, what planet are you on? You're in cuckoo land, mate. This guy, by the way, I've seen people say, "Oh, but what did he do before he went to Atleti?" Oh, well, he won 2 league titles, mate. Won a league title with Boca Juniors, and he got the Boca Juniors job after winning a league title with Estudiantes. Yeah, which, by the way, was their first title in 23 years. And not only that, he'd only been managing for 18 months at that club. First manager's job, 18 months. 18 months. So what phase was he in? He was up against Boca and River Plate. What phase was he in? Then he goes to Madrid. He's won 2 Europa Leagues. He's won the league at Barca, the cup double that season at Real Madrid's ground. He's got 2 Champions League finals. Guy's absolutely class, mate. Absolutely class. But people have got this fantasy that Sky Sports peddle out of you have to play out from the back, do tiki-taka football and all of that. Go and watch them against Celtic last night and tell me they play crap football. Yeah, go and watch them all season from now to the end of the season and tell me they play crap football. They don't. They didn't last season. They ain't this season. Yes, they will have games where they look boring and crap and they'll end up with a 0-0. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was the Sevilla 1-1 at the start of the season. Weren't the best game in the world. I think they had a shot each. Yeah, it was a boring game. But sometimes just get out there with something. If you're not having a good night, you're not playing well, and all of our teams do it. Let's be real. All of our teams have an off night. Man City have off nights. Man City have lost 2 games this season already. So you can have off nights, Yeah, my point is, if you do have an off night, try and nick something out the game, which is what they do. When they come up against a team that is actually better than them, then they will defend for their lives. Yeah, they'll stink it out when they have to. Hence how they got to Champions League finals. Hence how they very nearly won the Champions League finals they got to. Literally 1 minute away from winning one of them. Yeah, and then Sergio Ramos popped up. And again, this is my point. Find a way. Find a way to win. Find a way to get to the final. Find a way to compete with the best. Yeah, because by rights, they shouldn't even be anywhere near the top of that table, competing with Barca and Madrid every year. Nowhere near the money. They got nowhere near the money of them two teams. Yeah, yes, they're a very big club, and he's helped in turning them into a very big club. They were big anyway. Yeah, they were the third biggest club in Spain anyway, but they were languishing. They hadn't won a trophy or title for years and years. And he's gone in there and he's transformed them around. Yeah, get that bastard to my football club. And anyone out there who dismisses him, you don't know the football games. You don't know football, sorry. Maybe I need another beer. I'm waffling, but you don't know football. Like, real talk. If you look at Atleti and think that is negative football. I was watching them last night. Oh yeah, but Lee, it was only Celtic. Still got to beat them. Still got to beat them, innit ya? Yeah, and when they were 6-0 up, they wanted 7. And when Celtic were breaking away, they were all charging back. They weren't, it don't matter, we're 6-0 up. No, they were on it. They were winning the ball back. They were fighting. They would have killed to get that ball back. Yeah, and he's instilled that in that football club. And if you don't fight for him, yeah, and you don't run for him, yeah, and you ain't a baller, their left back, by the way. Well, he ain't a left back. He's a left winger playing left wing back at the minute. Yeah, Pellegrini, not Pellegrini. Riquelme. I'm tired today. I'm drained. I'll be honest. I'm drained. My back is killing me. I've got a head cold, so I ain't thinking straight. Pellegrini. Oh dear. Riquelme. We'll start again. Maybe I should start this video again. Riquelme, baller. 23 years old. Absolute baller. Yeah, literally top player. So keep your eyes peeled for him. And I called that and told everybody that on the watch along before the game started. Guess why? Because I actually watched that league, so I can say whether I think he's a good player or not. It's like when people say to me, "Oh, what do you think to Kudus at West Ham?" Oh, he looks all right at West Ham, but I've never seen him at Ajax, mate. Don't watch that or wherever he was. Don't watch that league. I'm not going to sit and pretend I watch these leagues. I'm sitting there watching Real Sociedad. I could have put the Napoli game on because everyone's been hyping up that striker and hyping up their left winger. Don't want to watch that. Yeah, I'd rather watch Real Sociedad because I know what I'm getting with them. Yeah, I know what I'm going to get with them. They're going to play decent football and they're going to have a go. And what have they done? Playing decent football. They're 3-0 up. Yeah, they're 3-0 up. It should have been 4, 5, 6. They've missed a penalty. They've had 2 goals disallowed. They've actually scored 5 goals in this half and hit the post from the penalty. They genuinely could have been 6-0 up inside half an hour. Crazy. But I know what I'm getting with them. So I can talk on them and I can say, yo, Zubamendi's decent. Yeah. Orozobalau, who's can't pronounce his name properly. Yeah, like Kieran Tierney FC. Yeah, Kubo. Like, they got some decent players, man. Got some decent players. Yeah, it's what it is. But these people just love to dismiss people when they don't watch the league and hype up people when they don't watch the league. Oh, but they've seen them a couple of times in the Champions League. So you're basing your whole opinion on a manager off of a couple of Champions League games you've watched or a few highlights of a Champions League games you've watched. Like, real talk. Yeah, I knew that game last night was going to have goals. That's why I did it. And I should have done it the week before. Instead, I picked Dortmund Newcastle. Yeah, but I knew that game was going to have goals last night. I knew Celtic could have a go, and I knew Atleti would batter them. So I did the game. But there we go. I'm waffling. Hopefully, by the time I get into my watch along in 40 minutes, I would have sorted myself out because, yeah, my back's in pieces. I pulled a muscle in my back on the left side, absolutely killing me. And I've got a bit of a head cold, man. It's not nice. Hence why I went down the beach today, get some fresh air and that. But we do have the Heinekens in. And hopefully, Arsenal go and slap Sevilla. Apparently, Sevilla, oh, they're like, oh my God, everyone puts them up on a pedestal because they're winning Europe here and there. Well done. They drew with 10 men Celta Vigo at the weekend. 10 men Celta Vigo at the weekend. Good one. But people put them up here like they're prime Barcelona. They're not. Oh, but it was a great result. Yeah, it was a good result. It wasn't a great performance. Yeah, they drew with Cadiz the other week. Do me a favour. Anyway, all have a blessed evening. Enjoy the football. Don Carlo or Don Simeone Both of them, absolutely top class. And I'll take either of them at my club. But let me know what you think about Simeone. Do you watch Atleti? Do you think he's a decent manager? What do you think to the left wing back, stroke winger? Well, he is actually a winger. He could actually play anywhere. He's that good. He's so technically gifted, that kid, that he could play anywhere. Not Pellegrini, Raquel, mate. So leave that in the comments as well. And I am out. I will be doing a watch along tomorrow. Not sure what game. I'm gonna have a little look, and it'll be involving a Premier League team, I'd imagine. If not, maybe we could do a Spanish one because they're the two leagues I watch. So I'd rather go down that route. So yeah. Anyway, have a lovely evening. Adios. Don't forget, come and check out the watch along. I'm starting that in 40 minutes on the main channel, Lee Gunner, and get all your comments. And yeah, make sure you sub as well. I want to get this to 21k real quick. So we're out of here, people. Bless. Laters.